Welcome to Dynamite Delight. Now, before we get started, there's some things I want to talk about. Well, one thing I want to talk about. One of my subscribers, you know who you are, my friend. You know who you are. You're the one who mentioned ROH. He asked me about what I thought about ROH. Now, I could leave this for a separate video. Maybe I will elaborate more on it. But I do not know exactly what happened. I did try to check NoDQ.com before Dynamite aired to see what happened, and I only briefly saw that something happened at ROH and they're going on hiatus. I did not read the article. I didn't have the time to, because by the time I checked on YouTube and his comment saying, hey, ROH is letting a whole bunch of people go for some reason, really bad, I didn't know what was going on. So when I saw it, by the time I had to do something earlier after I spoke to him, and then I went back to it and then checked NoDQ.com, I didn't know. I just briefly saw it, and maybe I will do a Gump Report, maybe it's Friday, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to do Gump Report Friday. If I'm not going to be aired Friday, it will be aired maybe this Monday, my thoughts on ROH. I just know they went on, something happened. It's supposedly that, I think it said hiatus, I'm not sure. I just know they're not there now. So I don't know my thoughts on it until I read the article. So there you go. Just in case you wanted to know if I knew about ROH. Yes, only a tiny bit because I didn't have time to check it. Now, what do we get for this Rampage? Boston Mass sounded good. Boston Mass was very active. And there was a lot that went on in this show, and I'm going to miss something, so deal with it. Sorry, guys, there's a lot here. And I think I'm going to leave some of this alone because I may elaborate more on it when it comes to Rampage. Because several things that happen here will filter over to Rampage. So I'll probably leave it for Rampage, my thoughts on it. Now, we got Bobby Fish versus CM Punk. Now, it was a decent match. It wasn't a great one. Let's make this clear. This was not the be-all, end-all match of the night. It was not, for me personally. It wasn't the greatest match. It was an okay match from two veterans, one that's still very active in the business, and only another one's only done just 7 matches in the last, 5 matches? How many matches has CM Punk done? 5 or 7 matches in the last 7 years. And it's only been in the last couple of months. So even though he has begun to get rid of the ring rust, he's not like 100% great. For me, I'm sorry, just for me, he's not 100% great. Anybody else? Fine. I have a problem. This is my problem. Why is Bobby Fish being freaking spotlighted? Why is he being so heavily spotlighted? Why? Now, mind you, I'm sure Adam Cole and a couple other people want him to be spotlighted, but what is the motivation behind it to make him mean something on the roster? He's now dealt with CM Punk. Either these two have faced each other in the past, because they haven't faced each other in what? Since CM Punk has been on the main roster of WWE from 2006 to 7, all the way until about 2014, they haven't faced one another in a very long time, if they ever did. So what is the point of this? What are we getting from Bobby Fish? To be honest, I don't know why he's on the main roster and why he's being so heavily spotlighted right now. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Yes, he went through Daniel Bryan, and now he's gone through CM Punk, and he went through somebody else. I think he went through one more person. I don't understand why. He's not bad. Now, I have not heard him talk because since I did not see Dynamite last week, because you know I was watching Bound for Glory, and then I had something to do on Sunday, so I did not see it. I haven't seen it, so I don't know what exactly happened last week. So I don't know what's going on here, why he's being spotlighted. He should not be spotlighted. Now, from what I remember, he's better as a tag team specialist than he is as a singles competitor, not taking away from his skill. I just don't feel it. I'm sorry, for me personally, I don't feel the guy. Maybe it's because he hasn't talked enough and he has no character and then he has no story. That might be the major issue for me personally. Until then, I don't care. So seeing him makes no sense for me personally. I'm just saying. Now, the match that was incredibly short. The Jobber versus MJF. He was stupid enough to try and shake the hand of FJ. You see them in my face. He whooped his ass so fast. Like he wasn't even a jobber. He was like just a speck on his radar. Now, MJF made it very clear that this is not his favorite town. And there are two things he likes to do. He likes wrestling and he likes banging somebody, but he don't like the women in Boston because he don't like fat women that says, hit me harder. You know, with a Boston accent. I can't do one. I'm from New York, baby. We don't have the Boston accent. But I'm like, I was laughing my ass off when he just pretty much made it very clear that this mess was, he don't care about them. But he made it clear that Darby Allin's not going to be in his way, and he wants to face the next person who is the AEW champion after Full Gear. But then Sting comes out, and then Darby Allin comes out, and they basically whoop their ass of Wardlow as well as Shawn Spears. I kind of feel sorry for... I feel sorry for Shawn Spears, guys. I do. What is he doing? Shawn Spears is a very good talent. At the very beginning of AEW, he was interesting as the chairman. What has he done lately? He's not even working with Tully. He's not even working with Tully Blanchard anymore. He's just doing nothing. And that's very disturbing. What are you going to do when you got some... And this is something that I may bring up in a Gump report. What does AEW do when you got too many people? The roster is very heavy right now. And the people who are either coming in or the people already there, they ain't getting nowhere. It's not good. I'm just saying. Now, you got a very interesting match. I think the most interesting match of the entire thing. Sammy Guevara versus the Ethan Page for the TNT title. If Sammy loses, he leaves the Inner Circle. Now, since I didn't see last week and what was said about Top Team dealing with the Inner Circle, I don't know the full context. I just know that they're going to have a match possibly if Sammy Guevara wins, and it's going to be a 10-man tag, and they choose what they want, the people they want in it. That I did know. Was it a good match? Yes, it was. At the beginning, there was no match. It was just a beatdown by Sammy onto Ethan, and then you had the match itself, which was fine. I didn't mind the match. It was actually a good match. It showed how good Sammy is in the ring as a high flyer. Now, mind you, I'm not a big high flying fan all the time. I'm not. There's only one person that I like that's a high flyer. The only one that I like, and that is Pac. Or Pac, as many people call him. I still call him Pac. He's the only high flyer I like the most. The only one. When it comes to Sammy, he's good, but he doesn't have character like a Pac does. He just doesn't for me. Pac got way more character as the bastard than the Spanish God has. But I'm not taking anything from him. He is a good wrestler. He's a good high flyer. And in the end, he did win. And then Ethan beat him down. Then the Scorpio comes out and beats him down. And then the Inner Circle tries to beat down everybody else. And then they have the speech about, hell, we will be beating you at Full Gear in this street fight. You better get your people ready, and Dan Lambert better be ready because he's got to be there when we pick the people we want in this fight. Now, we got, briefly I'll talk about Baker going to be on Rampage because of what happened on the Jericho Cruise. I don't know what happened in Jericho Cruise, but she will be on Rampage, and I believe she'll be going up against, I think, Abaddon. I don't know the full context, but there's a reason she's dealing with her. I think it might be as a title shot. I don't know, so I'm not talking any more about that. I'll be waiting for Rampage to really elaborate more on it. Now, Eddie Kingston and Bryan Danielson both had very good promo segments for me personally. From what I understand from last week, Bryan made it very clear that he doesn't think Eddie is that good. He doesn't stand a chance. And then Eddie made it clear, you know what I have to do every day? I got to take a pill to keep myself from trying to hurt somebody. And to be able to keep doing what I do that is my dream, which is wrestling. You actually think you stand a chance against me? You do not. I will beat you. Sorry if you got to look at my back. And that's when Eddie walked away. It was actually very good. I always like how Eddie talks. He may not be the most greatest technical wrestler, but as a talker, he is one of the damn best there is. He is one of the best. The only person I would compare him to that makes the most best sense would be Jake the Snake Roberts, who has always been known to be a great talker. And Eddie being more emotional than Jake. Jake is always stoic, calm, cool, collected when he terrifies you with his words. And then you got Kingston. Eddie really makes it clear how emotional invested he is in it, and he makes you feel it. Compared to Jake makes you feeling fear, he makes you feel other emotions of joy, hatred, fear. That's what I get from Eddie. And then when it came to Bryan, he made it clear, you know what? That's the Eddie I want. That is the Eddie that I want in the ring. I take nothing away from Eddie. I actually respect Eddie. That's what he was trying to say. And I know you and Moxley are the best I've ever dealt with, or will dealt whoever in the ring. You two are the toughest. But still, when we meet, I'm going to beat you. Whether you like hearing it or not. Simple and direct. You know how Bryan Danielson, I always do that backwards. You know how he is. He's either going to be very direct and make it simple, or he's going to have some level of emotion. That is how he is. Now, let me see here. TBS title match. That really pissed me off. I'm sorry, this is where they fell in their faces. Flat out, this is where AEW screwed up. This is where they freaking fucked up. For me, they fucked up big time. You got Hikaru Shida versus Selena Deeps in the first round of the TBS Championship Tournament. It's not the point the match was bad. It was a damn good match. Second best match of the night. It was. For me, it was the second best match of the night. I did enjoy it. I loved it. It was fine. Until the ending, which makes no damn sense. Look, guys. Shida has reached a point where she has 49 wins. She, like I believe it is Darby Allin. Darby Allin, and I believe it's Darby Allin. Darby Allin was the only guy to reach 50 wins and achieve 50 wins back to back to back. And then got a accolade for it as the first AEW wrestler to get that. Sheeta's the first female to get it. And instead of making it mean something special, because the accolade will not fade, she needs to win 50 to make the plaque that she was supposed to have 3 weeks ago mean something. It doesn't matter if she doesn't win 50 more matches, she just has to win the next one after that to be recognized as the only woman to win 50 matches, period. The first one to win 50. And instead of making this mean something, instead of making this mean for her to be more character driven, finally giving us a female Japanese wrestler a real character story. Because if she didn't win against Selena Deeps again, because Selena Deeps did what she had to win, because we know she did, instead of making it mean something and giving her really important character where she can't stand that she was beaten by Deep again, where Deep goes on to the next round of the tournament for the TBS title, instead of leaving it like that. And since Selena Deep is one of the best wrestlers who would really be great as TBS champion, nope, they let her lose, giving Hikaru Shida the win, and now that plaque that she holds now gives her that accolade as being the first woman to have 50 wins. Why the fuck are they so stupid? They could have gotten a huge amount of traction by Hikaru Shida not winning any damn thing and just losing again to Selena Deeps. And she loses her freaking mind. She can't stand it. She feels so angry. They could have actually done video packages with her being enraged that one person one person she can't beat. Because Hikaru Shida is a very proud woman, and knowing that she needs just one more win for that plaque that was broken on her back 3 weeks ago finally will mean something, and she must have it against Selena Deeps. No, they let her win and then move on in the freaking tournament like stupid morons. They could have had an automatic story where they could have had Selena Deeps keep going, she didn't even have to cheat to continue winning. And Hikaru Shida was at ringside, angry, always pacing like a caged lion, wanting a match against her. And they could have said, hey, she says, I want another match. And she says, I'm in the damn tournament. I'm not matching with you. She must, and she uses her kendo stick, whacking it against everything, demanding a match. And then when she was offered a match by AEW officials, she takes the kendo stick and starts whacking people with it and saying, I want Selena Deeps, screaming to the top of her lungs, I want Deeps. They could have made something magical out of that. Nope. Now you know I'm fucking pissed. It's stupid booking. I don't care if you're WWE, Impact Wrestling, AEW, NWA. I'm going to tell you when it was bad. And that was bad booking. Let's move on. Now, we had the first round for the men's World Heavyweight Championship. And that was Ten versus Moxley, which wasn't even a match. Moxley whooped Ten's ass and made him bleed. I believe I have that shot. It's in my face. He destroyed Ten. Does this mean he's turning heel? I have no idea. He destroyed it. And he was to the point when he finished that match, he kicked the guardrail hard enough that I believe the person who was standing in front of it, I don't got a shot of it, was basically a fan who was standing in front and got whacked with the guardrail. He walked looking as he did, heelish, with blood on his chest, walking away showing how rough and tough he is. I don't know if he's turning heel. He feels like he's going to turn heel, but he could become a really rough face. That's like at the edge of turning heel, but he's not. He's like just at that edge. Like, here is good. Here is heel. He's like just there. Like, something's got to keep him from going over that edge. I don't know. You guys tell me below. We had Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. His segment. I know people are so mad. I know people are so angry. I should be angry too, but I'm not. You know why? Because it's expected. Look, guys. Cody Rhodes, as far as I'm concerned, at this moment, he could still turn heel later. Let's make this clear. He could still turn heel next year. But this year, I don't think he's turning heel. In fact, you know who he reminds me of? Take a guess. Mr. Cena himself. He's chosen not to go heel. He's doing the face. And he tried to justify it, saying, look, I know what you guys have been doing. I know the way I've been looking. I know I've been looking really Hollywood for a little bit now. And I know that you see me the way I've been acting with my attitude. I know you think of this. But you know what? I'm not going to turn. Sorry, I'm not doing it. Because it's too easy. Not because I'm an executive, but because it's too easy, because I don't want to do it. I know you don't want to hear this, but I actually love you guys because I used to be you. When I first started, when I was 20 years old, I was a scrawny little nothing. And I become this. I don't want to turn heel. And I want to apologize to everybody. And he tried to say sorry. And then he went to the thing that got me. When you look at art, he did not want to hear it. He didn't want to hear him justify shit. But he tried to apologize. He tried to say, I'm sorry. I am honored to have you in the ring with me. And then Andrade Ilios comes out. And he makes it very clear, Cody, what are you doing? Stop it. Unlike you, I don't care about what these people think. And if you don't feel comfortable about certain things, no problem. You know what? I'll help you. I'll turn you into my bitch, pretty much. And then the lights go out. And then Malachi Black appears, and then they both beat him down until Pac comes out to save the Cody Rhodes, who threw his sneakers into the crowd to say, hey, you want to know how it feels to be in my shoes? Here are my sneakers. Who knows how many hundreds of dollars those sneakers are? They weren't cheap. They were not cheap sneakers. But anyway, is this good booking? It's booking that Cody wants. Look, guys, let's make this clear. Cody has decided he does not want to turn heel now, no matter what the fans want. Now, mind you, that's actually a good thing. You should not always give the fans what they want immediately. Make it mean something when you do it. Unlike what happened with John Cena, where he never turned heel after he turned face. He just stayed like that, and he just looked like a heel, and everyone just saw him as a heel, and they hated it. Roman Reigns, the same thing. Until they finally turned him heel, now everybody loves him being a heel. Cody might be a little happiness in between both John Cena and Roman Reigns. If they do it right, he will stay face until next year, and then there'll be a situation where he will eventually finally turn heel, if Cody will do it. I don't know if he will. And if he doesn't, then he is doing a John Cena. No matter how anyone tries to play it, state it, or anything else, he is acting like John Cena. He doesn't want to turn heel. It doesn't make a difference if it's the right thing to do or not, or even better booking, or even better merchandise sales. He doesn't want to turn heel. Fuck you, everybody. That's the way I feel. That's the way Cody, if he does that, will be acting. I'm just saying. Now, let me see here. The Dark Order versus Super Click. Now, you can see them in my face. They came out as the Ghostbusters. The old version of Ghostbusters, I believe. And I'm hoping it is the old version, not the 2016 one, please. Goodness, no. They look like they came out as the original Ghostbusters, I hope. Their music was a take of the Ghostbusters, but if there's something strange in the neighborhood, who are they going to call? The Super Click. Now, mind you, it is incredibly corny, but that's what they were going for. No problem. Now, the Dark Order came out, and it was a mixture of seeing Evil Uno as a cowboy, and people were cheering cowboy shit at one point. You got Kratos being seen by a Stu Grayson, and other people were mixed in, including there was a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That was interesting. It was an interesting match. It wasn't a great match, but it was an interesting one. In the end, the ref got knocked down. The Elite, or the Super Click, do what they gotta do in the end. And Cutler gets his ass whooped when he was wearing he got the BTH in quad sound to his face while he's wearing that horse's face. And Stay Puft was cowboy shit Adam Hangman Page. I believe I got that shot. And he helps whoop the ass, everybody. And now they're setting up for Full Gear. Adam Page is now with the Dark Order again. He doesn't seem to be a part of away from them anymore. He's now with them again. What does this mean for going? How can I say this? Was the show good? It was not bad. It was okay. It was solid. I don't agree with the Hikaru Shida booking. It is so damn stupid. They should have left her losing to Selena Deeps and constantly demanding a match. And either Selena gave her one and she still loses, or she starts beating somebody with a damn kendo stick, losing her damn mind. That is what she should have been doing. That booking is dumb. I'm just saying. The Punk match was not a bad match, but I don't understand Bobby Fish being there. I don't get it. I don't understand why he's being pushed like this. And what is going on with Tony Nese? Why is he there? Why? Why is he there? He should go to Impact Wrestling because, honestly, they got way too many high flyers. It would have been better for him to go to Impact. Way better. I'm just saying. But this is just me. And I hope you enjoyed this Dynamite Live. Please give me a comment below. I may do a video for Friday or Monday about ROH. I got to check and see what's going on. And here to take on other people and see what the information is on a couple of sites to understand what the real scope of what happened and who was released. I'm kind of curious, what will Jay Lethal do? Will he go back to Impact Wrestling? Will Machismo go back to Impact Wrestling? Ooh, yeah. That hurts my throat. I gotta do it. Oh, I'm Machismo, and I will be going back to Impact Wrestling. Yeah, dig it. Peace.